Today I will be discussing how to create a simple server using AWS and Azure. As you all know, AWS and Azure are same cloud computing platform, but have different vendors. One is Amazon and the other is Microsoft. So we have a different step how to set up these servers in two different platforms. So let's start in Amazon. Before anything else, you must have an account in Amazon. You can create it. And for your information, Amazon has a free, you can have or use Amazon services for 1 year if you register it and register your credit card details. Uh, okay, so let's start. Let's access console.aws.amazon.com. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So it's already started, and right now I'm residing at North Virginia. But you can choose here where will you reside your data center resources, like the one I am creating. I will create the server. So I will choose North Virginia because as I noticed, it's much cheaper than any other countries here. And I noticed that the Singapore and Hong Kong are the most expensive servers that we'll have. You'll notice it at AWS. You can check here at AWS Cost Manager. And now we can create our first server. EC2 is what the server called in AWS, or you can also call it instance. So let's create it here, our first server. By the way, guys, right now I will be discussing to you the basic setup of an AWS. So I will be creating a basic uh, virtual data center in AWS, the VPC, which has a 10.0.0.0/16, and inside this network you can create various subnetworks. You can create a web server networks, the application networks, the accounting networks, and you can set up a firewall that divides each network inside the VPC. So right now, let's have the easy tool. You can launch instance or launch a new server here, which resides in North Virginia. Okay. Oh my, wait, yeah. Okay, let's choose the Windows Server 2019, but you can also choose any other like Red Hat Linux or Amazon Linux. So let's choose the free tier eligible. Let's select. Here are the steps. Choose the instance type. Choose the instance. Add storage, add tag. So let's choose the instance type. So it has a one virtual CPUs and one memory gig. I'll just choose the free tier eligible for us to prevent any additional expenses. Okay. For this, let's create a new data center, new VPC. So here, my plan is to create a 10.0.0/16 subnet. Okay, create a virtual private cloud. Okay, let's name it my first VPC. Cyber block is 10.0.0/16. Okay, create. Okay. So we'll have my first VPC. Okay. Route tables and internet gateways. By the way, guys, we need the internet gateway for us to have a private IP visible to public. So if you have a private IP, it helps us to translate our private IP into public. So let's go here. Wait. Let's create an internet gateway. My first VPC. Let's have internet gateway. Internet gateway. So okay. And the route tables for our virtual private cloud. So let's just use the route table here. Let's name the routes. Let's rename it my first VPC route table. So here, oh, it's my first VPC. Oh my first VPC route table. Check route table. So let's add route here. Edit routes. Let's add 0/0 for our network, and target is the internet gateway. Internet gateway. Wait. Add routes. Wait. Internet gateway is already, but it's not yet attached. So attach to a VPC. Let's attach the internet gateway to our VPC that had been created. So attach. And let's create the route table for my first VPC routes. Edit routes. Let's add, so our network is visible, the internet gateway. Attach it. The internet gateway of my first VPC. So save routes. Elastic IPs and points. Okay, so it's already set up. By the way, for our network ACL, let's have the inbound rules. Later on, we will access our device using RDP. So our inbound rules must have okay. groups. Okay, so it's already launched. Subnets. So we already have a new VPC for our new server. Let's create the subnet for our, specifically for our web servers. By the way, inside the virtual private cloud, you can create different networks for different departments. So let's attach the web server to the VPC. Availability zone for our resiliency. Create 10.0.0.0/24, which is under the virtual private cloud /16. So let's create. Okay. So let's refresh it. Okay. Select next. Let's choose our VPC that had been created, and the subnet for the server is for the web server subnet. And we must enable the public IP for it to be accessible outside. So here you can set a static public IP. So let's leave it here as default. So let's launch it. By the way, you can also choose a storage. The EBS stands for Elastic Block Storage. This is a hard disk that is attached to your server. You can choose the memory that will be assigned for EBS. Okay, so launch. Let's launch it. So, by the way, you must have a pair for us. AWS gives us account that we will be used for accessing our server via internet. So let's choose create a new key pair. Okay, key pair name. Okay, my first VPC. So download the key pair. Okay, save file. So as you see here, it's a .temp file. Let's copy it in the desktop. Okay. So launch instance. Right now our instance is already launching. So let's go here. View instance. The static public IP that is dedicated to our server is here. Right now it's initializing, so let's wait until it's finished. Alright, so right now we can see the instance running here. And for inbound rules, let's check first what's the permitted policy. So 80.443.8. So 80.443 and 3389 for remote desktop connection. So we will test the remote desktop connection later on. So for the outbound rules, it's any. So let's go here, copy. And by the way, let's just first have the authentication that we had a while ago for for the key. So here are the credentials. Let's copy here it and okay. So let's get the password generated. So my first, it's located in the desktop. So let's decrypt the password. Let's copy it. Okay, close. RDP. Let's copy the public IP. And then connect. So more choices. Let's use the credential that AWS given to us, administrator, and the password is the one that has been decrypted. Copy, paste. And copy it here. Okay. So, okay. Yes. And so that's it. We were able to have the remote desktop connection for the servers in the cloud that we had rented. For the IP address, let's have it tested. This must be in the subnet of 10.0.0.0/24. Oh my, let's start it here. CMD. Okay, IP config. So yes, it's the subnet is /24 and the IP address is here. You may not have to worry about the internet connection because the speed of the internet here in AWS is very fast. And as I've said a while ago, its connection is resilient through its availability zones and it's available regional also. Okay. Let's go here. Speed test. Okay. Add. Okay. So let's now check. Start. Let's start the speed test. Whoa! As you see here, it's very, very fast. The download is 315 Mbps and the upload is 202 Mbps. So that's it. We're able to connect and to create a server, a Windows server here in AWS. Okay, so let's close. For more information about the AWS, how to create a network and to create and for other services here, don't forget to subscribe my Network Dojo. And thank you very much for the first part of our and thank you very much for viewing for the first part of our discussion.